Hybrid powertrains are like a perfect middle ground between internal combustion engines and electric vehicles. Somehow though, every strong hybrid that's come to our shows has been out of reach for most buyers, and we've not really had a strong hybrid for the mass market in that sense. But Honda is changing that by bringing a hybrid version of the City to India. And this is not just a mild hybrid, it's a proper strong hybrid, and in fact, the petrol engine under the hood does not even send power to the wheels directly. So the City Hybrid here uses two electric motors which sit next to the petrol engine, where you would find the gearbox in the conventional petrol-powered City. And effectively, this one does not even use a conventional gearbox. In fact, the City Hybrid is very different from the standard City under the hood. So there is no correlation between the engine speed and wheel speeds because it's only the electric motor that's sending power to the front wheels of the car. The engine comes on to send its power to the wheels only at high speeds via a single direct gear. And most of the time, it's the battery pack at the rear that sends juice to the electric motor, and the primary job of the engine effectively is to only recharge the battery pack. This also means the engine is not running unless needed, and when it does, it cannot be revved like engines on conventional cars, unless of course when you're driving the car hard and the engine is also powering the wheels directly. The petrol engine here is a 1.5 litre 4-cylinder engine just like the regular City, but it uses the Atkinson cycle which is tuned for better efficiency, and the power output is also lower at 98 PS. The electric motor offers an additional 109 PS, 253 Newton meters. But the bigger talking number here is the fuel efficiency, which is a claimed 26.5 kilometers per litre. Now this is the kind of claimed efficiency that you would expect of a small hatchback, and in fact 26.5 kmpl is one of the highest claimed fuel efficiency numbers for any car on sale in the country. Only a full road test will help us assess the City Hybrid's fuel efficiency in the real world, but expect the car to be at least 40% more efficient than the standard City, which is a huge jump. What also contributes to the car's excellent fuel efficiency in a significant way is the energy regeneration. Like any other hybrid or EV, the City's brakes help in recharging the batteries, besides which you can also adjust regeneration levels via the paddle shifters. The paddles behind the steering wheel look and feel just like regular paddles, but they only let you increase or reduce the intensity of regeneration. Regeneration effectively reduces loads on the engine further, thus helping it consume even lesser fuel to recharge the battery pack. When you take off from standstill, the car starts moving forward in pure electric mode, and the engine comes on only when either the battery pack needs to be recharged or you need more power. And the beauty of it all is that the transitions are so smooth, you don't even realize it. Taking off from standstill in the City Hybrid does feel like you're driving an EV, but the engine comes on from time to time. In typical Honda fashion, the engine feels smooth enough to make you doubt whether it is running or not, though the onboard graphic display in the instrument cluster gives you precise information about the energy flow. The City Hybrid does not get a dedicated EV mode, but when driving at slow speeds in stop-and-go traffic, the engine only comes on occasionally. Acceleration is very smooth and throttle responses are very crisp, whether with just the battery pack or even with the engine on. The City Hybrid is also quick to build speeds once you press harder on the throttle and the engine is running, given the torque output of 253 Newton meters. I also like the way the engine sounds at higher speeds and the way it simulates the feel of a CVT, something that will please enthusiasts. So yes, the City Hybrid will deliver when it comes to driving thrills with its performance, unlike what many would assume of a hybrid car. The City Hybrid also looks identical to the regular City, except for a few visual changes that will let you distinguish it. For instance, the Honda logo at the front and rear both get blue highlights, while the grille design is slightly different too, besides the HEV badging at the rear that lets you identify this one as the hybrid. The hybrid also gets different looking wheels, a boot lip spoiler, and 4 splitters under the rear bumper, which add a dash of sportiness. The current generation City is a very good looking car, and I particularly like the sharpness of its design, the headlamp design and the overall silhouette, which make it look very appealing. Interiors are unchanged as well, and in fact, there's just a couple of changes here as compared to the regular City, like the display replacing the tachometer in the instrument cluster and an electric parking brake replacing the handbrake, which has also liberated more space in the center console. Overall, the cabin feels as premium and as solidly built as any other Honda, thanks to the excellent quality of plastics and also the leather seats. The City has always boasted class-leading cabin space thanks to Honda's man maximum, machine minimum philosophy, and like the regular City, this one feels very spacious all around as well. That said, boot space has gone down to accommodate the battery pack for the hybrid system. The City Hybrid also misses out on a full-size spare tire, and you only get a space saver to maximize boot space. A big addition to the City Hybrid is the inclusion of Honda Sensing or Advanced Driver Assist Systems. This is a segment first and effectively further helps in making the City Hybrid the most tech-laden car in its class. You get features like lane keep assist, lane departure alert, emergency braking, collision warning and adaptive cruise control, which add to the car's safety quotient. The feature list inside the car is the same as the regular City though. So you get the same infotainment screen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto connectivity, though the City Hybrid does miss out on some features like wireless charging and wireless smartphone connectivity, or even ventilated front seat for the matter, something which is becoming commonplace very quickly. The City Hybrid is heavier than the regular City, obviously, by 110 kg to be precise, and that's thanks to the additional weight of the battery pack, the electric motors and the various systems on board. But that has not affected its likable road manners, be it in terms of the ride or the handling. I've always liked the Honda City as a driver's car, and the hybrid feels no different, offering a likable feel from behind the wheel. It feels planted at speeds, holds its line well around bends and is very confidence-inspiring to drive. I also like how responsive the steering feels, just like the regular City. But more importantly, it's the car's fine balance between ride and handling that impresses. Given the increased weight, the City Hybrid felt firm going over some of the potholes, but overall it offers a very good ride too. The City Hybrid also gets disc brakes on all four wheels to enhance stopping power. Given the higher torque output of the car, and brake feel and progressiveness is excellent too. The premium sedan segment seems to be springing back to life, especially with the launch of new cars like the Skoda Slavia and the upcoming Volkswagen Virtus. But the Honda City is a car that has been the king of this hill for the longest time, and its hybrid version is a new direction of sorts for this crucial segment. And that's because this car packs in way more technology than any of its rivals, gets a few segment first features, and above all else, it is expected to be way more fuel efficient than any of them in the real world. Of course, all of that also means that the City Hybrid will command a premium over the regular City, but pricing will be key to its success because this car really holds a lot of potential for our market, and it could also be a trendsetter.